we're approaching summer, that we would make an episode geared toward how to plan out cool, fun summer things. Maybe how we can make our summer a little bit more enjoyable with what is going on, because obviously music festivals are canceled, big group gatherings, there are lots of restrictions. So yeah, we kind of just wanted to discuss maybe some ways that we can make it still very much fun and a good time.
Yeah, because yeah, like you said, Carl's, like a lot of things like Folk Fest are canceled and K-Days and Taste of Edmonton, like most things that, we look forward to doing, and that's hard, but there are other things that we can do. And I enjoy, yeah, I enjoy the fact that we're going to dive into some of them, because we don't want to just spend our summer just like crying, watching Netflix every day. So there's still things to do.
There's still an abundance of things. Let us tell you about them. And also, if you have any suggestions, we would love to hear from you via our Instagram account at 2Piece Podcast.
I would love it. Just slide into those DMs.
Slide into them, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So do you want to go like one for one? Do you have this?
Yeah. Tit for tat.
Tit for tat.
Yeah.
You want to start us off, Carlos?
Yeah. Are you okay?
I'll survive.
Yeah, you will. This is where we play I Will Survive. Yeah, anyways, the first thing I put in all caps, because I feel like I just love so much camping. I know not everyone is like super outdoorsy, but then rent a little RV and like go to Drumheller or somewhere, and there are still ways that we can travel and be safe traveling. And there honestly are so many places that are close that I know that, some places like Kelowna that are more of a destination, we live in Edmonton kind of a place, are a little bit farther away, but it's actually not that far. And you can stay over in I don't know, there's an abundance of like campgrounds in Alberta. We're very like campified, whatever that means. But yeah, even in Edmonton where we live, I did this a couple of years ago with some homies, and I kind of want to do it again this year. There's a campground, and it's in the river valley, and it's the Snow Valley one. That's where it is.
Oh yeah.
They have a big ropes course. I mean, of course, that's probably closed, but it's actually really fun, and it's right in the middle of the city, and you can make a big fire and just have a good time. Roast some weenies,
Make some s'mores.
Sing some songs.
Oh yeah, bring your guitar and just
jam out.
Heck yeah, that's a nice, and it's not very far either. Like that's like in your backyard, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I like that suggestion. Thanks, Carls. Camping, definitely. The next one is picnics. Picnics are fun. I haven't had a picnic in a really, really long time. Today's like raining. It's so nice and cozy though. So the thought of a picnic right now, I'm like, yeah, show us, Carls. Ooh, nice.
Can you even see the teardrops?
Not like a crazy amount, but I can see the gloom in the sky. Let me see if I'm like right by a window. I don't know if you can.
Yeah. We can see the teardrops on your guitar for sure.
I love that song. What a good song.
Me too.
So today it's kind of like a picnic wouldn't be like the best option, but like if it's a nice sunny day, picnics are, you could just like bring like a Lunchable or you can make a gourmet meal, whatever you prefer. That's a nice way to spend an afternoon.
Yeah. And honestly, Amelia and I were talking about a lot of the restaurants are opening with some restrictions in Alberta right now. And we were just talking about how we want to still support the restaurants, but we don't really, the reason that we go to restaurants in general is for the atmosphere and to have good times with good people that we love. So especially in the summer, I just feel like for me personally, it makes more sense to skip the dish or go and pick up an order and then go sit in a park, have some White Claws, don't tell the cops, put it in a water bottle, and just have a good time. Maybe bring a soccer ball or play a fun game.
Yeah, I feel like it's a better way to do it because even like I mean, I served for years, so like I've been in the I was in the restaurant industry for so long, and I just worked at BP's, so by no means was it like a fancy restaurant. But like the nice thing about like being in the lounge was like the crowd of people there, the sports, the excitement in the air, and like being on the patio and like having it packed and like having some drinks with lots of friends. So the fact that like every second table is not occupied, and there's some places I think with like plexiglass in between the booths. A lot of places are encouraging you to look at the menu on your phone instead of having it physically in front of you. So not that you can't go, but I'm with you, Carl. It's like I want to support the restaurant, but kind of takes
Yeah.
away from the ambience, which I totally understand. But for now, I think it's just nice to sit outside and do it. You get kind of the best of both worlds by doing that.
Totally, and by no means are we, like, trying to be haters and being like, "If you go to a restaurant, we don't wanna be friends with you anymore." That is not what we're saying. We're just saying that this is just how we prefer to do things, and that we like a good ambiance, and that's just kind of been taken away at this point, which is totally fair, for sure. Precautions, definitely appreciate opening the doors of the restaurants. Yeah, by no means are we against that, it's just not really for us.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I even have a friend who works at Cactus, and he was telling me too that um, like he's just said he's like yeah like we're opening. I think they opened like pretty recently, and he was just saying that yeah there's just like a lot of regulations in place, and by no means was he saying don't come in, but he's like there is a lot of the atmosphere that's taken away. He's like so just wait until things kind of calm down, and then come on down. You can order takeout and get the same experience.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if you are gonna choose to go to a restaurant, don't complain about the restrictions, because I've
yeah.
seen that. People like, "Don't be a jerk." The servers can't do anything about it, they have to, so just be nice. Be
Yeah.
kind.
Spread that kindness all around the world.
Heck yeah.
Um, yeah, moving on our list, there have been a lot of because people are missing their live music, no doubt. There have been a lot of driveway concerts or, park concerts, and my mom's friend, she hired this local guy, Martin Kerr. He's super talented and wonderful, and then he came and just did, like, a drive-by concert kind of a thing, and all of it's by donation and stuff, so it's kind of a fun idea if you wanna support local artists too.
That. Yeah, because there is like that element of it too, and even for like the performers too, it's probably really hard for them right now not being able to play at any venues, or like a lot of them play at like farmers markets and
Mhm.
like small like cafes and things like that. So they don't really have that. So what a like a great way for them to get out there too. Like
Mm,
yeah, that's also
totally.
that's cool. The next one, online workout classes. I feel like it's nice because then you kind of feel like you're with somebody, but like you're in your own home, and then you're
Mm,
nurturing your physical health as well as like kind of being social too. Because not having
totally.
gyms open, it's hard. So this is
It's
like a nice way to balance it.
totally, and staying motivated with other folks.
Exactly.
Um, yeah, lots of restaurants right now are offering cocktail kits. I know that, Dosk, Drunken Ox Sober Cat, across the street from where I live,
Mhm.
they're sorry, offering some kits and things, and then you buy the kit, and then you take the online class to be your own bartender, which is kind of a cool idea.
Love that.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so cool. I
right?
think I saw yeah, I feel like I saw because I know a couple people who work at Cactus too, and one of the servers that I know that works there, I'm pretty sure that she had shared, there's like a Bellini recipe or something, I can't
Yeah,
remember. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Be your own
love
bartender. You're gonna
totally.
develop so many skills. It's gonna be so
Right, I know, it's awesome.
bomb. The next one, oh, taking day trips to Elk Island, Red Deer, Billy Bob's. I've never been there, but I love how you added that.
Billy Bob's is the best. I
Yeah,
once took my mom on a road trip to Red Deer, and honestly, there's a lot to do there. It's actually people bash Red Deer, but it's kind of a cool, slick place. They've got a cool, like, ravine there, and I don't know. It's actually quite beautiful. And, Billy Bob's, of course, and we just stayed over in the hotel there and just had a little, like, almost like a staycation type deal because it's not far away. Um, and then we both went to Billy Bob's and did some two-stepping, and I don't think it's called that anymore, but yeah, it was pretty fun.
that sounds like so much fun, and it's close enough to just, like, have a good time and not
Totally.
drive like 5, 6 hours.
That's the thing. I feel like we're the kind of people like we love to travel and experience new places,
Mhm.
but for me it's not so much about the place as it's about who I'm with. So, if we can create those experiences here, which we can,
Mhm.
because that's my attitude, then that's great.
Agreed. It's a positive attitude. You don't have to be in Europe to have a fun time. You can be
No, but it helps.
it helps. I haven't been yet, but, like, I'm sure I'm gonna
We'll go, me and you. We'll tag team it one day.
do it. Down. Ooh, the next one, you tackle that one, that's my favorite.
Oh, yeah, it's in all caps. "Get a dog, hell yeah."
Really is
Um, so
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 find a dog right now, though. My coworker had to go to Saskatchewan to get one.
it's hard because everyone is getting a dog right now. I think I have 6 friends who just got a puppy, which is great. Like, good for you, but now I kind of like, I want a dog,
Same.
but I, like, shouldn't. But also, it's such a good time to be training your puppy and developing a good bond, and you're at home, and anyways, I totally get the appeal of that. So, like, maybe if it's not a dog, get a cat or get a hamster, or I don't know, just take care of yourself. That's enough of a challenge right now.
Right. But if you want some, like, love in your life, get a dog because dogs are always happy to see you. Even when like, there's, like, a meme about, like, teenagers and, like, get a dog when you have teenagers because then you'll come home to somebody being happy to see you. So, yeah, it's unconditional love, and they're so cute and cuddly and yeah, I like them.
They're the jam. Yeah, for sure.
Dogs are the best. They're so nice. They're cool. The next one, ooh, engage in all of the self-care. Yes. Just be kind to yourself. I've been meditating. I actually had to do it for like a little discussion question for our grief and loss class. And we had to do a form of self-care and then write about our experience, which was like really great. And so it got me back into the Headspace app and into meditating and for like my anxiety and just like self-compassion. And it was so helpful. And now I just do it every single day. I mean, it's
Yeah,
been like 2 days, so let's hope I keep up with it. But yeah, just engaging in self-care and taking care
yeah.
of yourself.
It's like part of your routine now, which is amazing. I too have been meditating every day as well I
Good.
think on Headspace. Hold on, let me
That space is really good. There's like
yeah,
this British man and he has a great voice.
I always pick the guy too, right? He sounds like kind of sexy.
Mhm.
Um, and then I also downloaded because I wanted to improve my memory and my brain power, especially because dementia runs rampant in my family. So my form of self-care is meditating, and then I have this app called where it's called Elevate, and
Cool.
I would highly recommend it. And it goes through processing and memory and linguistics and just all of your skills and math, which I'm really awful at, but I'm getting better. And every day it gives you a new kind of lesson plan, kind of tailored to your brain, and it's great.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, would highly recommend.
I need to download that now.
Yeah, that's the thing, it's hard because the ones that are really good, can be a bit pricey, but I
Yeah,
kind of think it's just if it's self-care, like, I'm just gonna it's an investment, right? So,
agreed. I think Headspace is like $90 for the whole year, which is not too bad if you buy it like all at once. There are free elements of it, but you just don't get like a ton with that. So I just went ahead and got it for a whole year. But it's worth it. Like I mean, we're both avid believers in like therapy and like investing in your own mental health. So it just kind of depends like what you place value on, but I think it's valuable. You're worth it, right?
totally, you're worth it.
You're worth it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm next. Yeah, again, this goes along with camping, but fires and, having fires in people's backyards, you can still remain 6 feet apart for that. My parents have a fire pit in their yard, and they've been doing this, like, every weekend and just having the best time and playing some music, having some wine, and, yeah, I wish I had a fire pit, that'd be cool, but
Like one in the middle of your apartment, but like
can you imagine? Look like a hobo, like, with a trash can or something.
it just lights it on fire.
Yeah,
Eating.
that's fine, it's self-care.
Yeah, exactly. You just wanted it.
Yeah.
Certification. I like that. That's awesome. The next one, tailgating with a few friends. So I haven't done this actually. I have a car. I don't have like a trunk I can really sit in. Um,
Gotcha.
but if you do, you can. I know like Linnea, my sister, has done this with a couple girlfriends. Just like going to a parking lot and like you all park, and you sit and you can eat and drink and just hang out, and you're 6 feet apart. I know the regulations are starting to like lift a lot, but if you're still uncomfortable like being kind of close to somebody, you can still manage that 6 feet and still see people.
Totally, totes. And then we have gardening, which is something I would love to get back into. I mean, I don't really have a backyard here, but I have my my balcony. It gets kind of windy, so I tried to plant things and they just like blow away, which
Oh,
isn't great. But if you live in an apartment, you can get those. I know that Lowe's has them in Canadian Tire, and you can plant your own like herb garden and that kind of thing. So there are ways around it that you can just put something in your house too if you don't have a backyard.
I love that. Yeah, my mom's been really into it this year. I like gardening, kind of. I'm not super like involved in it right now. Like I haven't found like a love for it yet, but I think it's really fun, and I love seeing my mom like plant all of the flowers and how pretty it looks. So, and she enjoys it. Not some of the grunt work is a little bit challenging, but she enjoys like the fruits of her labor after she's
Mhm.
all done. It's fun, and it definitely like gives you something to do during the day. So it's a nice
Totally.
time passer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. The next one, going for walks and hikes. I think everybody has been going out for so many walks lately.
Yeah,
It's great. You just really engage with nature and you're like, "Oh," it forces you to slow down a little bit.
totally. Yeah. No, it's a good time. I've been enjoying my walks a lot. The next one we have is kayaking. So there are a lot of places and lakes, and even you can actually go down like the North Saskatchewan
Mhm.
River if you live in Edmonton. And if you don't have a kayak or a canoe, you can rent them from Mountain Equipment Co-op. And I don't know where else, but I think there are some other places too. And then you take your car and they strap it to the roof, and then you can have it for a day or however long you want it for.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, my dad has a kayak. We bought it for him, I think, for his birthday last year, the year before. He just goes in like the Sturgeon River here in St. Albert, and there is so many people kayaking. Because there's no like motorized vehicles allowed on there. Although sometimes people do take their sea-doos. It's kind of hilarious.
Okay.
On like a hot day downtown St. Albert, sometimes I'll go there and I'll study, or I'll like sit in a tree because I love to climb and I'm weird. I'm just hanging out, and I'll see like a ton of people just kayaking, and and sometimes like people have their dogs in their kayaks, and it's so cute, their little life jackets. So
Yeah.
it's really nice.
I love that. I love that for the dogs for sure.
Rory has a life jacket too, so my dad
Oh,
wants to take her.
oh,
Yeah,
cute. That's really cute.
take all the pics. The next one, golfing. I know a lot of people are super happy that they decided to open the golf courses because they weren't going to, but it's such a good sport. Yeah, um, sport that
Just kidding.
it's kind of a sport. But a lot of people were upset because they're like, "Why wouldn't you open up the golf courses? Like that's the perfect activity to be 6 feet apart in." So
For
golf,
sure.
they are
I I don't know about you, but I suck at golf
open.
unless it's mini golf. Like my putting game is fairly strong. I was gonna go last week to the driving range with my dad. So I was like, "Yo, we got this time. He's a good golfer." I was like, "Teach me your ways." And then we were gonna go to the Victoria golf course, but, the driving range was closed. But I know that there are some that are open for sure.
Yeah, select ones. Golfing's hard. I find, chipping to be really tough. Driving is okay, and putting's okay, but chipping's hard. I've golfed, like, twice in my life, and it's been, like, windy and miserable out both times, so I'd like to experience it when the weather's nice. But
Totally, have some White Claws, like, even if you're just driving the cart around, it's a good time. The next one we have is Netflix Party. It's super fun. So you go to the next Netflix Party website, and then you download the link, and then it basically attaches it to your browser, and then you can make a party and invite people and share the link with them. It's super fun, so you
it's
can all
fun.
watch something together. So that's a good time for sure.
A nice chill evening. Yeah, I like Netflix party. I find it fun.
It is fun.
And then the next one, exploring new areas of the city. Actually, Linnea and I did this like a week ago. We found this really beautiful area on the West End and we didn't even know it existed. And
Mm.
I forget the area. Yeah, I can't remember the area, but it was so beautiful. Like it was so there's like really beautiful houses that backed onto this like foresty area and you walk down a hill and it's kind of like a hike and I just feel like I would have never really found that if like quarantine wasn't happening because I kind of stick to like my roots. I don't go on a ton of walks, but like with this quarantine, I mean, what else? There's not like a ton else to do during the day. So I don't know. It's nice
Yeah.
to explore new areas.
That's awesome. I love that a lot. I've been going on lots of runs lately and just even like diverging from my normal path and just being like, I wonder what's over here. And it's fun to explore. People think that Edmonton is just this like simple place and there's really like nothing there. But our river valley, actually, we're super fortunate to have a river valley. And
So
there are so many trails to explore and yeah, entertainment for hours and hours.
the valley's
um,
beautiful. So
yeah. Um, Picking up a new hobby, learning a new instrument, photography. I'm getting back into photography, which is cool. Working on your makeup game, which is something that I often struggle with. Yeah, there are lots of YouTube tutorials out there for this. I don't know if you've like, have you? What about your like hobbies? Have you picked up any kind of new ones?
mm, not I mean, I watch like a million makeup tutorials and I still have no idea what I'm doing. They're just fun. I feel like I've just been writing more just because like so much is going on. It just gives me like such an opportunity. But I feel that school takes up like a ton of time. So trying to
Yeah.
find like a new hobby. Oh, I would love to take like piano lessons or like singing lessons just for fun. Not that I'm good, but like just for funsies. Um, but yeah, I've tried like makeup and I'm just resigning myself to the fact that like I'm not good and that's okay, but it's fun to watch the videos. So
It is fun.
I think. What about you? What hobbies have you kind of like you were saying you press into your music and like you're starting photography again?
Yeah, so I'm gonna start photography again. I just have a whack of cameras, and so I think that rather than them sitting in my parents' basement, I might as well use them, put them to use. They deserve the attention. And I mean, I did start up running again, which was an old hobby, but I've definitely started running. And yeah,
Sweet.
I mean, like you said, honestly, our program takes up a lot of time.
Oh my
Um, and
god.
so I haven't had a ton of moments to start up something new, but
Right. It's like school and then people are like, "Oh, what are you doing for the rest of the day?" You're like, "School." And
nothing.
then
I'm
you're
just
no,
chilling my brain.
my whole day is school. Yeah, it's
Exactly,
no,
exactly. And then this kind of goes along with what we've been talking about, but nurturing your creative side that you generally wouldn't have time for if weren't in this kind of period of time.
yeah.
So with you, with your writing, that's been a great outlet for you. And then with me, with my music and stuff, it's been a nice kind of getaway from our normal routine.
Yeah, I agree. I love that. And then it looks like our last two are like outdoor runs, which you were talking about, Carl's a lot. And then other sports such as soccer, you can stay 6 feet apart pretty easily. So
Mhm.
yeah, just like physical activity too. You can do a lot of things with people. I think it takes a little bit more planning for sure, but there's still so many things we can do just because we're under quarantine uh, or things are closed or there's lots of restrictions. It doesn't mean that we can't have fun, right? It doesn't mean that we can't do a lot of the regular things that we already do, just kind of in a different way.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I think it's important to know that so that we're not sitting here like crying over summer 2020 being canceled because it's not canceled. Like you can still do stuff.
No, it's still very much like happening,
It's
going to happen.
happening. The
Yeah.
weather is staying or the time is saying like June and July and August are still a go. So
Exactly, exactly, and for sure, a lot of things have been canceled, and if you had travel plans, obviously those have been canceled as well, but we can only kind of, change our perspective and how we look at things, and hopefully we can make the most of it, right?
yeah, exactly. I think our list has come to an end.
Sure has.
More suggestions? Yeah, like hit us up. We would love to share that with everybody. And for us too, like we want to know, like, what are some cool things that you're doing in the summer? You think you're going to do in the summer?
I'm gonna be making a lot of TikToks for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. Please make them all. Like the world needs more TikToks.
I totally do for sure.
This is the end of our summertime sadness, realness. What did we call it?
Summertime realness.
Yeah, I like that. Perfect. Well, thank you everybody for either watching or listening. If you are listening on Spotify or Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, sorry, there is a video version available where you can see us on Zoom, just kind of making weird hand gestures and seeing our faces, the two P's behind the pod.
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't already, please do follow us on Instagram at 2Ps Podcast.
Yes. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye, much love.
Love.